Hey everyone! We are in Harvard University, as you can see right behind us. This is called the Harvard Circle?
Harvard Yard?
Harvard Yard? One of those things. So, we were inspired as we were having conversation that while we're in this pretty cool place, having a pretty decent conversation, let you guys in. See if you guys can chime in and maybe feed off our energy right here and see what you guys think. So, our thoughts was today on how to talk straight. How to talk straight in conversations, mostly in your career conversations, but really anywhere, right? So we had two messages for you. Two things that will help you talk straight. One, be consistent. So tell me a little bit about what you think of that.
Well, long story short, if you're trying to talk straight, you have to keep going. You have to do it over time because you need to develop the reputation. If you don't develop the reputation, people don't expect you to be forward and straight all the time, then when you do, you come off as, can I use
Yeah, of course
curse
you
words?
can.
Okay.
You come across, we can say it together. You come across like an asshole. So, and you don't want to do that. You do not want to come across as an asshole because you want to get the message across. You want to get to the point that, hey, trust me, firstly, I talk straight. Secondly, this is for mutual benefit, which is her brand, by the way. But yeah, so you want to be consistent, and that comes across two things, right? One, consistent in the fact that that's your brand, but also consistent in your tone. You don't suddenly just want to like start raising your voice or lowering it, or because that's not authentic.
Or a lot of people who don't generally talk straight, like, aren't extremely forward or more passive aggressive type, then when they do try to be, have a tendency to get more stern, and you don't want that. You want to keep the regular tone you have and just say it, and then you'd have to implement it into like every part of your life, because otherwise you're not going to be consistent. It's interpersonal, it's professional, it's everything.
Exactly. And the anecdote we were using, as you guys know, this is one of my favorite ways to put an anecdote around it, is dating life. If you want to ask somebody, hey, are we seeing each other? Are we dating? Are we in a relationship? What's going on? You don't just suddenly go up to them and be like, hey, what's going on, right? You're a little bit more consistent in your manner and go that way. So why not apply the same thing when you're having a straight conversation with someone you work with? That's one, so be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, which just flew out my head. Use their words. Use their words. So that kind of is twofold. Firstly, use words like we. You want to elaborate on that?
So include yourself in the conversation, because whether it's an issue or something else, especially if it's an issue, you want to make sure that you're involved. You're like, yes, you're the one talking, but you need to be part of that issue. Don't use the word you. It's very direct, and it singles a person out. Even if it's a you plural or you singular, it still singles them out and they feel alone in it. And if it's an issue that you're addressing, then obviously you're involved in the issue somehow. So it's like, hey, we have this, or I had a tendency to do this in the past. I noticed that you did this, and it's kind of similar. So you want to chat about it and how I dealt with it, kind of thing.
Exactly. So when you use their words, you can talk straight quickly, because that person is already like, I get it. I'm in here with you. I'm not alone. Yeah, exactly. I'm in here with you. I understand what you're doing. I understand that this is for us together. So the person listening to you is going to be a lot more receptive to it. Other way to be using their words is literally use their words. So figure out a few things that they say, or some language or terminology that they use, and say that. Because when you use words that are familiar to this person that you're speaking with, they're going to be like, oh yeah, okay. Like subconsciously they're going to get it. So for example,
we were talking earlier, I have a friend who talks a lot about emotions, like in context of emotions. I feel, or this happened and I felt this way and I felt that way. And so you want to appeal more to the emotion side of things. Whereas there's some people who are significantly more technical, and rather than appealing to I feel in this, just be like, this didn't work for A, B, and C reasons, because that's the way they operate. If they think in lists, then give them a list.
Exactly. So for instance, if someone uses the words I feel, or I felt, or I thought, then when you talk to them and you're having that straight conversation, trying to talk straight to this person, then use the words I feel, I thought, I think. But instead, someone else who likes to use the words, okay, so this is what happened, and it happened in this manner, and this is a solution I am thinking of, then use the words solution. Use the words, this is what happened, and this is a structure of things, something like that. So you, again, appealing to them. You're making them feel like, I get it. Okay. and subconsciously they're going to relate to you. So there you go, wrapping that one up. Use their words. Use words they're familiar with, and use inclusive terminology. Inclusive words like we got a problem, not you got a problem and I got a problem with you as being a person. So it's a lot more easier that way. So there you go.
And consistency.
Consistencies. First one, be consistent. Second one, use words. Use their words. And that way you're going to get to be able to talk straight and be easy as hell. So here you go, guys. By the way, I made a mistake. This is my friend Beata. Should have probably done that at the start.
I thought it happened in the beginning.
No, completely skipped that out. But yeah, and I'm Gia, as you guys know. And here we are at Harvard University with an inspiration moment that we just wanted to share with you guys. So feel free to message below if you guys think anything we said made sense to you or anything else you got in mind for you. Bye!